this is a tutorial on how you can get around PlaysTV, or just the basics on how to use it. As a reminder, the settings or layout of the PlaysTV that I'm running will not appear the same if you're running on an older version of PlaysTV. Because of this, I will be putting a link down in the description for PlaysTV so you can easily download it. Other than that, I'm going to dive right in. Again, you're going to make sure you're on the latest version of PlaysTV to be safe here. So, first off, before I'm going to get into editing videos, I'm just going to go, you should see something at the bottom left saying settings. And first tab you'll see will be video. Right here you can set it to automatic, so it will record games automatically, or any games that are recognized by the software. So I have that set to automatic, but you can also do manual and set this to any keybind you have. Sometimes though, your game will not be recognized as your game will not be automatically recorded sometimes or manually because that specific game isn't being recognized by PlaysTV. I have a more in-depth theme for that, for custom recorded games to make sure something's being recorded or excluding it. I will put the link down below for that as well, because this is a longer thing that I would have to explain to you. But I'm not going to do that right now. So back to video. I just talked about this. Replay tools, bookmark a moment in game you find it later in your recording. So add bookmark. You can put this to any keybind. I have it set to the default being Control F2. This basically just puts like a moment in your game where there's a cool moment or play that you have in your game and you want to save it. So when it's automatic recording, you can just go to that bookmark, look at the moments around it and all of that. Just so it's like a bookmark in a book. It just shows you where you need to go. Instant replay is when you're in game and something really cool just happened. Let's just say you're chilling and something just happened. You can just do Control F5. I have that set to default as well, but you can always change that. And then the replay length just asks for the duration of the replay, like how long ago do you want it to start from. I have it on default for 30 seconds. I haven't customized that much because I never use it. For saving clip, I think that's when in your sessions it creates an entirely separate clip in here, so it's just separated and you can even edit further into that. I've never used that though. And then this is default. You can always customize that, the 30 seconds. And then quality presets. I'm going to explain this. So video resolution, you know what that is. 480p is like super bad. 720p is, I don't think people prefer that. So you probably want 1080p, but if you don't have the most powerful CPU, which is used for recording, I would recommend you bring that down. Or you could keep it at 1080p, drop it down to 30 frames per second. It'd have the same. It wouldn't be as hard as on your computer. But I have it set to 60 frames per second. You can change that. Frames per second is like how many frames are displayed on your monitor every second. I can explain that further if you would like me to. So just comment if you want an explanation on frames per second. You can probably search it up now if you're really desperate to know the explanation for it. Bitrate, I'm not too knowledgeable on that, but I think it means like how fast your computer processes it. Like, it's sort of like frames per second, but I actually do not know what bitrate means. I know the higher it is, though, the video quality will look better. I have it set to 30. The higher it is, the bigger the toll it will have on your computer. I think bitrate will be the thing that affects your computer's performance or your gaming performance the most. So just try to fiddle around with that. Then there's always custom presets, high, medium, low. I just do 30 megabytes, 60 frames per second, 1080. And I have an older CPU, which runs the videos, or records, so it should be fine for your computer, but it depends. on in-game overlay, this will look something like at the top left of your corner. It will be telling you how long have you been recording. I don't know what that box is right there, but I'm pretty sure it's like a chat. I don't know, but that's where you could like see the time elapsed while recording. I just have it set to that, but I don't have it on because it doesn't actually in your game recordings though, it will not appear. It just shows the base gameplay without the weird box, without the recording. Yeah, it's the chat overlay. That's what that box is. Sorry about that. So at the top left, you can customize that. It will not display in your game recording, as I said before. I don't think there's that much customization for it, so you can't like change opacity and stuff, sadly. So the next category or tab you can see is audio. Record all audio. I have that set. You want and record microphone. If your microphone is not being picked up, try to look for the default one, like actually never mind. But you can do some more troubleshooting on that. If this doesn't even work, it's probably something with your system or more advanced things in the PlaysTV that's not even displayed in the settings. But this is fairly simple and straightforward stuff. Record all audio basically means desktop, everything, your game. Record microphone. If your game is too loud and your microphone isn't very loud, you could just keep your microphone at 100, bring that down. Or if your microphone is too loud, then you can just bring that down. So after that, the next tab will be called client. Basically, when a game launch plays app when Windows starts, I have that on so I don't have to open it every time. But although I don't know if this will be on everybody's computer, but OBS is taking up my CPU. But the startup, it says it has a high startup impact, so that means it'll slow down your computer startup if you have that set to default. But I think that depends on what your computer is. I'm pretty sure it will have a pretty heavy impact on anybody's computer because I don't know why that is. It's just a note for you. Game recordings directory, I have it go straight to my videos. So it will go in here. So for the next videos I'm going to be editing, the Overwatch videos will be located in this folder. You can always customize it though. For example, let's say I want my videos to go in here. I can just say, I want it to go I actually don't know. Oh yeah. I say I want it to go on these videos. So if I ever record a game, the video should go in here where it's more easily accessible place. So if you want to upload it to YouTube or something, should be easy. But I believe you can upload to YouTube through the Plays app directly. I'm not going to be going into that though because there's no real reason to do that. Anyways, it's really easy to use this. All you gotta do, and if you want it to go back into your videos to the original, there is no reset, I don't think. There might be a global reset for the application, but I don't think there's a reset in here. So you just have to remember where it was if you just want it out of your way, or you can always make a new folder to be safe. Temporary video directory, I do not know. I don't know what that means. I'm not very, I don't know what that really means. You can do research on that if that's your heart's desire. Default auto manage space means when 90% of available space, once the video start recording, it goes after 90% of the video's space of your storage space, it will delete the oldest video in the directory that you have selected up here. But I don't know if it deletes while you're in the middle of a game. I'm pretty sure it will. So I personally don't have this on, so I can just go into sessions and delete them as I want. But anyways, you can do auto manage space custom. So you can say I want 300 gigabytes to be taken up on my computer, and then after that happens, it will start deleting the oldest videos and then keep recordings for, say, 1 day. So my videos are 1 day old, it will automatically delete them. So if you're just trying to save plays and stuff, if something really happens, you can just check that 1 day. I personally have it set to like 7 days, I think, just in case I do something 1 day and it's really late at night. So as soon as I get off, I'm too tired to check the videos. I don't want it to be deleted in 1 day from that. So I just have it set to 7 days. I don't actually have this on at all, but if I were you, I'd probably have it set to like 7 days, 4 days. It depends on your storage. Storage space, again, it just says if the videos go beyond this, it will delete the oldest video. Or if it's if you're on limited space, you probably want to have like 100 gigabytes, 50 gigabytes. It can always just stack up, and then you can delete it all at once. So I have a lot. Every once in a while, I just go through all of them and delete the ones that I want to. But sharing, save clip locally on upload, I think that's automatic. So when you upload it, it'll be saved onto your hard drive directly. So it'll be saved into this, and it will be saved into your PlaysTV video folder itself. I'm pretty sure. Save clip locally on upload. As I said, it will save it onto your computer. I actually don't know if that's the case. I'm not too sure. I actually, now thinking of it, I don't think I know what that means. Save clip locally on upload. You could do some research on it. I bet there's hundreds of explanations online. Manage games, custom recorded games. I have a video down the link down in the description below, as I said before. So if you need to there's a problem, just click on the link supplied in the description, and it explains all of this in like 8 minutes. So it's very thorough and explaining. News. This is just like a quick update on everything. I've never actually personally used this because I don't care too much. But this is a great way to look through everything. I've never actually used this feature, so I never knew this was actually a thing. But that's another thing that you can do. Yeah. I think, and oh yeah, another thing here is recording display options. Record game mouse cursor. If you play a game and if you don't want your mouse to be showing for some reason, you can just disable that, and it should not record. You'll be able to see your mouse while playing. It just won't be recorded in the recording. So that's it for the settings. Now I have to give you a little bit of a guide on this stuff. For allow spectators, I believe it's very automatic. So yeah, I think it's that easy. Yeah, once I join in a game, the stream will not show anything right now, and then once I start up a game, the stream will show. I've never used this, so that's just my guess. Again, just search it up if you'd like a good explanation on that, or an accurate. So, now starting to get into the good stuff. Let's say, okay, so let's say I'm playing in training mode. I have a really cool play. So, before I do any of this editing stuff, you want to click, if you see a really cool play, well, first off, I do not have any, I didn't put any bookmarks in here originally, but that's what a bookmark looks like. Then you can just go in it. So this is a bookmark I made from the editing application, but when I make a bookmark in the actual game, it will look orange or something. It will look orange, is what I believe it looks orange. So, anyways, back into here. So you can add a bookmark. So if you see a play while watching it or watching over your gameplay, click add bookmark if you want to get to it later. So you can just so you can just look back at it after making a whole bunch of um, bookmarks. So another thing you can do is add a note to it saying, awesome flick headshot. I don't know if the resolution can help you see that. I'm pretty sure it can. So let's just say there's an awesome flick headshot there. Can go and make another bookmark. And as you can see, there's like a white symbol at the top right, like a bookmark. So when I put my cursor over it, it will say awesome flick headshot. So I can just remember what that clip or moment had. So I just know what to look at, and I can maybe even compare, just like, do I want to see an awesome flick headshot in my video, or do I want to see a 4-man or something? So, and you can also right click. How you put up the edit note, you have to right click it. I'm sorry I didn't say that. And then you can delete it as well. Another thing you can do is add a clip. This is how you upload it. So let's say I add a clip. Let's say I had a really cool play here. I was impressed with myself for wanted to upload it. So basically for this clip here, I can, just to be very basic, you could just, once you select a clip, it will show that same exact thing. So if I had a cool play like this, it will be shown, it will just show that clip, and then I can upload it. I will show you that later. So let's say there's a cool, let's just say, okay. So so you could just basically use all that. There's this like plus and minus sign down here. You can like select like how far in you want to go, because if you want to do something like this, it's just more like, if I click that much, it will move me that much, but if I zoom in all the way, it's way more, it's a lot just more zoomed in. So it's just easier to see everything slowly. So let's say another thing there is volume. So you can like turn the volume up and down. Unfortunately, this will not affect the the video sound itself. So if you don't want people to hear your video, they can still, if you mute it here and you upload it, they'll still be able to hear it. Or they can you can adjust that, and they can adjust this for your video, and they can hear everything. Another thing here, which is not available in the videos once you upload them, is the speed. So it will record in 0.25 speed. This will look different according to how many frames per second your computer is set to, or your recording is set to. I have it on 60, so it'll look like this. But if it were 30 frames per second, it'd be 2 times choppier, because it's 30 frames per second is half the frames per second of 60. So I prefer 60 frames per second for fast-paced games because it looks nice. So it's just, so if there's a really cool play here, I can do that. Then there's another cool play here. These are just completely random, so they have nothing in them really. So along with that, another really great feature, I actually don't know where it is, but I think there's a way to where you can like put emojis or pictures up here. I think that was on the older version of PlaysTV, but I don't think that's up here. That's available anymore. But I'm pretty sure there's some way to do that, but at the same time, I think it's just for the older versions. Another thing here is play last 5 seconds, so you can just go back 5 seconds. So if you're zoomed out all the way and you can't just zoom back 5 seconds and it's like 30 seconds, you just want to do that. It's like just a slower, more accurate way. Oh yeah, also when you zoom in, it will zoom in onto where the gameplay is, so it's not just zooming it off. You're not zooming off your cursor awkwardly. So And then there's a play button down there if you don't, if you just like doing that, or you can do space to pause and unpause as well. I think there's keybinds for that though. It's on space for default. So another thing you can see up here is save. So this will basically save. That will save the 15 seconds that I had selected. So from these clips over here, yeah, that's really useful for the zoom in feature because you can just put your cursor somewhere and zoom in on that spot. Although it's a little bit slow, I think